There's Chad Ease. Welcome home for a Great American Cast where we great media. Swing cast and welcome.
Oh, thank you for having me. This will be so much fun. I'm excited.
Now, tell me about, for people who don't know you, tell me about yourself and your podcasts.
Well, I am co-host of a podcast, Swing My Heart podcast, with my friend Hannah, and we cover Hallmark movies, Great American Family movies, sometimes Up TV movies. It's a lot of fun.
Okay. And then tell me about the Honest to Goodness podcast.
A couple of weeks ago, I was asked by my friends Carrie and Morgan to join as their third co-host, which I'm very excited about and very humbled. So thank you, Carrie and Morgan, if you're listening.
And what movies do they?
You keep cutting out.
Oh, what movies do they cover?
They do about the same thing, but mostly we try to focus on movies with
It'll come
people.
Back. There we go. All right, the internet just came. What movies do they cover on their podcast?
We've been covering Hallmark movies, Great American Family movies, and we haven't gotten to any Up TV movies, but we do try to specifically cover movies with When Calls the Heart cast.
Ah, okay. Because originally they were a When Calls the Heart podcast.
Yes, they were. Yeah. Hope Valley Central Station was their original podcast name.
Yeah. Now tell me about where you're from. What part of the country you live in?
I am from Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, born and raised.
Born and raised, and that's near Charleston, right?
Yes, it's in the Charleston area.
Yeah. So does Charleston go all out for Christmas or what?
Little bit, yeah. They have a lot of fun Christmas activities throughout the season.
They like...
What?
Yeah. Do they like decorate the streets and have a tree lighting and a parade?
Yes. We actually, funny story, the tree lighting at the Mount Pleasant Town Center was a couple weeks ago, and my mom and I tried to go. And of course, it was at around like 6 o'clock at night. And I'm not even kidding. Every single parking spot in that shopping center was filled. And my mom almost got hit by a car like 2 or 3 times from people driving way too fast and not paying attention.
What did your mom almost get hit by?
I was saying that I'm not even joking. Every single parking spot in that shopping center was filled, and we drove around for probably an hour and a half trying to find a parking spot, and she almost got hit like between 2 to 4 times because of people not paying attention where they're going.
Oh,
so we just gave up. I was just like,
she almost got hit by a snowball.
No. I was just like, forget this.
She almost got hit by a car.
I was just like, forget going to the tree lighting this year. Just forget it, because it ain't happening.
Now tell me, how did you get interested in these romantic made-for-TV movies?
Well, I've always been a fan of Hallmark Channel and, you know, the Christmas movies, and it really started when I started watching When Calls the Heart. That's when I really started watching Hallmark on a regular basis. And that was in like March of 2017. That's when I started watching When Calls the Heart live.
Okay.
So I've been watching.
And speaking of When Calls the Heart,
Yes.
you made a little appearance on Home and Family, the TV show Home and Family, right?
Yes, I did.
I remember. Yes, you did. You got to talk to Debbie, right?
Debbie and Cameron.
Debbie and Cameron.
Yeah. And of course, Aaron Krakow, who was on to promote the season premiere for When Calls the Heart for season 6. So that was back in 2019, I believe. February of 2019.
Mm-hmm. So you and Cameron are buddies then. You're just like this, right?
No, well, he's a very nice guy. I wish. But he's very fun to talk to.
Have you been able to watch any of have you been able to watch any of the Great American Christmas movies this year?
Yes, I've seen Destined at Christmas, Catering Christmas, A Royal Christmas on Ice, Love at the Christmas Contest, which I covered with my friend Carrie on Honest to Goodness, and A Merry Christmas Wish, of course. And that one I actually covered about a week or two ago with Carrie for my podcast. And let's see, Christmas in Pine Valley, and I'm Glad It's Christmas, and then A Christmas Present.
So you've seen a lot of them. Yeah. Which ones have you liked the best?
Oh, goodness. Out of the Great American Family movies, I would say my top 3 out of the ones I've seen are, that's so hard. I would say number 1 is Catering Christmas.
Oh.
Number 2 is Destined at Christmas, and number 3 is A Merry Christmas Wish.
Okay. And speaking of A Merry Christmas Wish, that's the movie that we're going to talk about today.
Yes.
It stars, of course, Cameron Mathison and Jill Wagner, which is the correct German pronunciation.
Yes.
It's directed by Bradley Walsh. It's written by Blaine Chiappetta and Adam Rockoff. The synopsis says a New York City advertising executive returns to her hometown to sell the family farm, but instead reconnects with her childhood friend and gets involved with organizing the yearly Winter Wonderland, which takes place on the property. Now, let me ask you this, Nicole.
Yes.
Did you want to recap this movie with me because you and Cameron are such good buddies?
I can't with you right now. I wanted to recap it because I just... Chad, you're embarrassing me. I wanted to recap it because I really like it. It's a really good one.
All right. Good enough. All right. So here's the cast of characters. We've got Janie. She's a bigwig in New York City. That's played by Jill. We got Dylan, played by Cameron. He's a farmhand.
Yes.
He lives in Janie's hometown. And then we have a character named Nicole.
I pointed this out on Swing My Heart when I recapped it with Carrie. I find it very funny because my name's Nicole. I have a brother named Dylan.
Oh, that's right.
Cameron's character is named Dylan, and he has a sister named Nicole.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So Nicole is Dylan's sister, and she's Janie's childhood friend.
Yes.
And she's a deputy sheriff in town. Now, I think you could be a deputy sheriff. I could see you rocking that uniform.
Oh, goodness. I don't know if I would have the bravery to be a sheriff. But I but
I could see you carrying a 6-shooter.
but I do have respect for law enforcement.
Yeah, and then we also Nicole has a daughter, and I can't remember her daughter's name, but there she is there pictured. I forget her name. I don't know.
Gracie.
Oh, is it Gracie? No, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I
What?
have to point this out. The girl who plays Gracie was in the When Hope Calls Christmas special a year ago.
Oh, was she?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she played Violet
Okay.
on When Hope Calls.
Oh, okay, good. I'm glad.
Yeah, one of the orphans.
That. Oh, I got you. Yeah, I remember that one. Okay, so Janie, she's an advertising executive. She works in New York City. She has the perfect job, the perfect life, and the perfect boyfriend. His name is Charles. She looks confused in this picture because she's not sure if this is the right guy for her. And also, why is he interrupting her meeting with a potential client? Nicole, what did you think of this guy as far as movie boyfriends go?
I don't think he's terrible, but
yeah,
I do think that he was focused maybe a little too much on his work and his career.
Oh, they all are. They all are.
Yeah. I also have to point out Morgan David Jones, who plays Charles in this movie, played Hank on When Hope Calls.
Oh, no way, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So you got 2 cast members from When Hope Calls in this movie.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. Oh, yes. That's great.
But
okay, so Janie, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say, we said this on my podcast, but you got to watch out for those Charles characters.
Huh?
I'm sure you're getting the reference because.
So Janie and Charles go to Janie's apartment. Yeah. And what I want to know is what kind of TV is this? And why is it on? Does Janie just leave her TV on all the time? They walk in the apartment and her TV's on. And why does the picture never move? Throughout this entire scene, the picture is just that picture we see there. It's like a bridge in a snowstorm, and the picture never moves throughout the entire scene. So maybe I don't know what's going on with this TV.
Maybe it's one of those. I don't know. Maybe it's a YouTube video or something that plays Christmas music, and it's just like continuous.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. We'll go with that. So anyway, she and her boyfriend are talking about spending Christmas in LA. And I'm thinking, why? Why would you want to spend Christmas in LA? New York City is the best place to spend Christmas. At least that's what I think. Have you ever been to New York City at Christmas time?
I have not been at Christmas, but I have been to New York. And it's a lot of fun.
Oh, okay. But you haven't seen it decked out in Christmas decorations.
No, not in person. Oh. But that would be fun to see someday.
Oh, yes. It is spectacular. Fabulous. All right. So Janie, she's getting ready to head to upstate New York because her great uncle Randall bought the farm and leaves her his. She goes back to her small hometown to sell it.
This is one of my favorite scenes.
Oh, yeah. She runs into her childhood friend's brother, Nicole's brother. His name's Dylan. And Dylan is tall, hunky, and he looks like Cameron Mathison. And we find out that Dylan lives and works on the farm. Now, here's the meet cute that they have. He's on this tractor.
Yeah, I love how she throws
these big headphones on to protect his ears.
I love how he throws the snowball.
She's trying to get his attention. Yeah, he can't hear, so she throws a snowball at him. So I was going to ask you what you thought of this meet cute.
It was really cute.
Yeah.
Really cute. I do love the dialogue when he says, "Are you here for the eggs?" And she says, "Am I what?"
Oh, yeah.
And Dylan says, "The fresh eggs. Want some?"
That's right. That's right. Yeah, I thought this was a unique way to do it, to introduce
Yeah.
the two.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Janie goes inside. She finds a letter from her uncle explaining why he left her the farm.
Mhm.
And he also wants her to put on the annual Christmas festival called the Winter Wonderland, which occurs in a week.
Yeah.
And what was funny about this scene is she finds this letter just sitting on the couch. It's like
Mhm.
her uncle found no need to give this letter to his attorney. He says, no, I'm just going to leave it here on the couch. Maybe she'll find it. Maybe it'll get lost. Who cares? What? I thought that was an odd place to leave a letter like that.
I don't know.
Okay, so I had to include a picture of this farmhouse because I love the decorations.
Yes, it's beautiful.
Yeah, every window and doors covered in lights. They got 3 trees on the porch. There's 3 wreaths all over there. Well, yeah, I love that shot.
Yeah.
So Janie calls her boyfriend, Charles, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Tells him, no can do on LA. I'm staying here and putting on this winter wonderland. He says, well, I'm going without you. And Dylan takes her out to eat and offers to help her put on the festival.
Yep.
What you got? Anything for these scenes?
I do love the dialogue in this scene too. And, they're talking about how, they haven't seen each other in a while. Janie says, I haven't seen you since I was 10 years old. And then here we sit just chatting away like old friends. Dylan says, yeah, I mean, we are kind of old. And Janie says, no, don't put me in that category. All I mean is you're just easy to talk
that's
to.
Right. That's true. There was some good banter there in that scene.
Yeah, and I do have to agree, even in the few minutes that I got to talk to Cameron on Home and Family, he does seem like a very nice guy and someone that is easy to talk to.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Oh, then we get to see Dylan chopping wood. You're welcome, ladies. Gotta have a wood chopping scene, right?
Yep, gotta love those wood chopping scenes.
And I think Janie, when she sees him chopping wood, she says, oh, you're rather strong or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. I don't have it written down.
Yeah, she mentioned something about how strong he is at chopping the wood.
Yeah.
All right, then Dylan shows her the barn, and it is a total mess, and they have to get this place cleaned up and decorated in a week, which is going to take a Christmas miracle.
They can do it.
Dylan invites her. Hold on. No, now we're back. She tells Dylan she put the farm up for sale.
Yep.
And that goes over like a lead balloon. Yeah, Dylan's not happy about that. Yeah. They clean out the barn and get ready for a winter wonderland. They buy a Christmas tree and they decorate it.
Yep.
She gets a call from her boyfriend but doesn't answer it, so trouble's already brewing there. She tells Dylan, I don't know why my uncle left me this farm, and he says, because you were his favorite. And they have a nice little scene sitting down on the steps.
Yeah, that was a good scene.
Yeah. Yep. So Janie pets a camel. Dylan gets Dylan gets her a gigantic tree for the barn, and they dance in front of this tree, and they almost kiss. And I got to say right here that this was my favorite scene in the movie.
Yep, I was about to say that. I think this is my favorite scene too.
Yeah, I thought it was very picturesque. Them up in the barn, you got the huge tree, got all the lights, and they're standing in front of the tree dancing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then we meet Santa and Mrs. Claus, but instead of making toys, they're making honey. Janie makes friendship cookies with Nicole and her daughter.
Yep.
The Winter Wonderland Festival begins.
Yep.
She helps Mrs. Claus sell some honey. Nicole asks Dylan, what's going on with you and Jamie? And Charles, the boyfriend, shows up unexpectedly like they always do. He breaks into the farmhouse and leaves an ornament on the tree. He shows her an offer that he got for the farm. And the offer says they want to tear it down and build condos.
It's always condos. It's always condos.
It's always, I know. Yeah. It's either condos or a shopping center.
Condos, a shopping center, or a resort.
Or a resort, yeah. 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 So let's see. Charles shows up at the Winter Wonderland and surprises Dylan. Surprise! Gives Janie a little peck on the cheek there. Janie and Dylan argue about selling the farm. Oh, yeah, it was. Yep. Janie and Dylan argue about selling the farm. She says, I'm out of here. She says goodbye to everyone at the festival, gives them a hug. She heads back to the city. She signs the paperwork and she sells the farm.
Boo.
What you got?
Let's see.
No? All right.
I do have
She goes back to the city and hates her life. Her boyfriend tries to give her what? What?
Oh, I was just gonna say I do.
Go ahead.
I do like the scene when she gets back to New York that you were about to mention, when she breaks it off with Charles. Yes, I think that he handled that very well.
Oh yes, yes. I was gonna mention that. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she hates her life in the city. Her boyfriend tries to give her yogurt for breakfast, but she wants pancakes and scrambled eggs like she had at the farm. Mm-hmm. Dylan runs into Uncle Randall's attorney and convinces him not to mail the paperwork. Janie opens up the gift that Dylan gave her at the Winter Wonderland, and it's friendship cookies, honey, and a picture of them when they were kids. She gets all emotional and tells her boyfriend to hit the road. And like you said, Nicole, he doesn't get mad. He agrees with her, and he tells her that she should go back to the farm. So I like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very mature.
Yeah. He handled it. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Which usually in a lot of these movies that doesn't happen. Usually the boyfriend gets mad at him.
Yep.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
All right. She speeds back to the farm. She gets pulled over by Dylan's sister, Nicole, who gives her a police escort to the Winter Festival so she can talk to Dylan.
Yeah.
Jamie gets to the Winter Wonderland Carnival or whatever festival, whatever you call it. She grabs a 1950s microphone and tells everyone she ain't selling the farm. She gives Dylan mistletoe, and everyone at the Winter Festival stares at him while they kiss, and it's an awkward moment for everyone involved.
I love how she gave him mistletoe as a Christmas gift.
I know. He gave her what?
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
He gave her cookies and a nice picture when they were kids and honey. She gives him mistletoe.
Yeah. I also have to mention it made me laugh when they started kissing and Nicole covered Gracie's eyes and Gracie was just like,
oh, that's right. Yeah.
Trying to look through her fingers.
That's right. So that's the movie. Nicole, what did you think of this movie? Tell me all your thoughts.
I really loved it. I think it's going to be a favorite for 2022. Definitely up there on the top of my list for the non-Hallmark Christmas movies. I think it'll be in my top 5.
Top 5, okay. What did you think about the chemistry between Cameron and
I thought they had great chemistry.
Not as good as the chemistry that you and Cameron have, though.
Oh. I can't with you, Chad.
All right, what you got? What was your favorite scene?
The one when they are on the second floor of the barn. and they're sharing a dance with the Christmas
Yeah.
tree behind them.
Yeah. Yeah. That
But
was
I
mine
thought
too.
this
Yeah.
movie had a lot of great scenes
hmm
altogether. And
hmm
I would love to see
Yeah.
them
What
work
were some
together
of the
again.
other ones? What were some of the other ones that you liked? That stand out? Any other ones you can think
Um,
of?
let's see. Just looking on my list here. Um, let's see. I did love when they are Christmas tree hunting and
hmm
trying to find it. Give me 1 second. And Marjorie gives the
She's by.
tree. Yeah, Marjorie gives the tree to them for free since Nicole is a deputy.
Yeah. Yeah. She was gonna buy a tree for Nicole.
Yeah. And then Janie trying the
Then
honey.
yeah.
That
Yeah.
was a good scene. I don't think I've
Oh yeah,
ever
that was a
heard.
good scene
Yeah.
when she tries to sell the honey, have her sell the honey at the festival there.
Yeah, that was a good scene. I don't think I've ever
Yeah.
before this movie heard of those flavors of honey.
Yeah, I know.
Like I know that there are different flavors, but I'd never heard of those before this movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I know you're you're one quote in this movie.
What was that?
I said I know you enjoy quoting movies. Do you have a favorite quote from this movie?
Oh goodness. Um let's see, I'm trying to find it. Or see if I have one written down at least.
Mm-hmm.
I think my favorite quote or dialogue from this movie is the speech from Janie when she gets back. And she says that it might only happen just one time a year, but isn't it nice just to slow down and think about the things that are really important in life? I think that would probably be my favorite line
Okay.
in the movie.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. That sounds good. And you
Yeah.
think
But
this
there,
movie's going to wind up in your top 5 of Christmas movies for this year?
yes, as of right now, from the ones I've seen, but it will definitely
Okay.
be in my top 10 for sure.
Okay. Okay. So
Definitely my
I
top
like this movie too, but okay. Like I said, I like the movie, but unfortunately, I hate to say this, I did find it boring sometimes, at times.
10. Oh,
Because we've seen we've seen this story so many times.
yeah, I can see where.
I mean,
Yeah, I can see where you would think that.
yeah. I felt like when I was watching the movie, I felt like someone opened up the Christmas movie making handbook and just chose a template and said, let's go with the big city babe and its property and go now.
Yeah,
Storyline in this thing.
yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I think a big reason why
Yeah.
I enjoyed it is because of Cameron and Jill, because they're two of my favorites.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you hear me? You, I probably did. You
No,
cut
you
out.
cut
I
out.
said Jill and Cameron. I
Yeah.
thought were really good together. I thought Jill and
Yes, I would
Cameron were
love.
good together.
Yeah, I would love
Well,
to see them work together
you knew
again.
that was going to happen together. Everything that was going to happen, you knew that you were going to keep it. You knew her
Yeah.
boyfriend was. It was kind of like a cookie cutter Christmas movie. You know,
Yeah,
that was the
it
bad
was
part
still
of it.
good.
But like I said, I did like it. I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still liked it. It's not a bad movie, but it's not a great movie, you
Yeah.
know. But it's a good movie.
Yeah, I would
Yeah,
love to see them
and
work
I like
together again.
and I like the decorations. It had nice decorations.
Yeah.
Now, Also, while I was watching this movie reminded me of the Ashley Williams movie. Movie.
You keep cutting out. What was it you said?
No, I said this movie of the Ashley Williams movie, The Northern Lights of Christmas. Remember that movie?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen it in a long
farm.
time, but I
Yeah,
have seen
same
it.
thing. Someone passes away. She inherits a farm, so she goes back home to this farm, and Corey Sevier works on the farm.
Yep.
So it's a very similar story as this one.
Yeah, still good.
Yeah, but a lot.
I need to watch
a lot
that
of these
one
movies
again.
have. Yeah. So as far as this one goes, like I said, I like the movie. I'm with you. I think I like Catering Christmas better. And I think I liked Destined at Christmas better than this one.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel about this one.
Yeah.
So I'd still give it a thumbs up for people who haven't seen it.
Yeah. I would watch it again.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'd watch it again. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know people on social media enjoyed it.
Yeah, I kept seeing a lot of nice tweets about the movie when it came on. I think, if I remember correctly, I might have been at my grandmother's. I might have been at my grandmother's when it was on, and I wasn't able to watch live. That might be why I didn't live tweet, but I was on Twitter, and I saw a lot of the tweets. But it was a good movie.
Yeah. So, all right, we got to talk about Christmas. What are your plans for Christmas coming up?
Going to my grandmother's house, as always. I think we'll be going around the 20th, maybe somewhere around there. We normally go a few days before Christmas Eve to, get everything ready and.
So you're riding in a one-horse open sleigh to Grandma's house?
No, I'm riding in a car, Chad.
Have you done any shopping yet?
Nope.
Yeah, I haven't either. I'm bad this year.
Yeah, I need to do that.
I don't have any ideas to get anybody.
We do in my family on my mom's side, we do it used to be where like everyone would get everyone else something, but then that just got way out of control, too expensive. So we started doing kind of like a Secret Santa kind of thing, but not like full on Secret Santa, like trying to figure out how to describe it. So since my mom's side of the family is pretty big, like I have, I think 9 first cousins. What we'll do is we'll draw names and okay, for example, my immediate family, so like me, my mom, my dad, and my brother, each of us will get a name of someone else. Does that make sense? Yeah. Like I'll get a name, my mom will get a name, my brother will get one, and my dad will get one. Like each someone else. Yeah. And it goes on my cousin Emily, like her immediate family, she has 2 brothers and then of course her mom and her dad. So that'll be 5 names drawn for them. And it goes on like that.
Yeah, we've done this too. It cuts down on expenses.
Yeah, and we do one gift for each name drawn. But of course, I'll get a few extra gifts for like my cousin Lindsay, Caroline, and Emily. So.
Yeah. Well, Nicole, it's always fun to chat with you. Thank you so much for doing this with me.
Thank you for
Tell
having me on
yes, tell people your social media handles so they can follow you.
my podcast, or mine and Hannah's podcast. On Instagram, it's Swing My Heart Podcast. On Twitter, it's Swing My Heart Pod. And then for Honest to Goodness, it's just on Instagram, and it's Honest Goodness Pod.
Got it.
Yes.
Okay. And I am at GAC TV Podcast and at Chad Maurice. And I want to tell you, I'm going to see Cameron this weekend at Christmas Con. So I'll make that I for you. Because I know that he will remember you.
Oh, that's fun. I hope you have a great time.
So thanks again, Nicole, for being here.
Thank you for having
being
me.
here, chatters. And until next time, you keep the faith. Ellen, keep your friends close and keep your great American family.
Bye, y'all.